Hey guys, it's Melissa. If you are wondering how to go from this to this, the answer is your UV printer. So here's the thing. This is corrugated plastic. I laser cut it. I have a separate video on that. But how do you get the design to perfectly line up with your laser cut? How do you custom print on corrugated plastic so that you can make photo booth props, so that you can make yard signs, so that you can make big heads? All of that I'm going to show you step by step in this video, so let's get started. Okay, so we are, as I said, going to print on this corrugated plastic, which I laser cut. And I have a separate video on how to laser cut it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna place it directly on the bed because there's likely going to be some overspray. So I actually have this piece, which almost is acting like a jig. This is obviously just the piece that was cut out from, right? So I am going to just place this back in here, and then this way, if there's any overspray, it will be on the board instead of on my corrugated plastic. Now I'm using these pieces as photo booth props, but you can certainly do this for yard signs. It's the same material. You could do it for those like big heads or whatever. So my daughter's graduating high school this year, so I'm making a couple of decorations for her graduation party as a nod to the college that she's going to. So this is all set. So now what I need to do is go back into Eufy Studio and send the file to print. Okay, so now we need to do a snapshot of our bed so that we can see what's on our bed. This is one of the best features about the EufyMake is the camera, because you are able to look up, you are able to see, or you're going to be able to see exactly where to position your designs. So while this is doing this, what is it doing? It's measuring the height, the thickness of your material so that the printer can stay in focus when it's actually doing the print. The second thing it's doing is it's going to give us a preview. This does take a little bit of time. I will tell you, like, it's a little slower than I would like, but it's one of those things where it works well. You just need to be patient with it, and it again comes back to you get what you pay for. So once this is done snapshotting, we will come back and I'm going to show you how to import the files, and then we will position them exactly where to go, and then we'll be able to select our material and the print mode that we want, which what I'm going to do is, even though this is a white material, I do like to give a white base. I think that the white base just helps the other colors really pop. So I'm going to pick a white CMYK. I'm not even going to put any gloss on. These are going to be photo booth props that they're going to use for one day. So we don't need to worry about wasting our gloss for that. So we will come back in just a minute as soon as this snapshot is done. I will tell you, just while this is going, if you want to speed up the snapshot and you have the ability to use the smaller bed, that will speed up the snapshot significantly. And I have another video on other ways to speed up some of these processes with the EufyMake, which I will link to below. If you are looking for personalized one-on-one same-day support with your EufyMake E1 UV printer, or any other UV printer, sublimation printer, silhouette machine, anything that is in your studio that I also have, and there are a lot, I offer one-on-one same-day support for all of that. So I'm gonna click upload. I actually already have the duck, but let's pull the foot in too. I have the colored duck foot. I have two of these. I'm gonna have to print them separately because I have obviously there's not enough room. So you can see that my image here is way too large. So I'm gonna rotate, and then I'm going to size this down a little bit so that it becomes the same size and position as my cut image. Now I am going to zoom out a little bit so that I can see the full, I can grab the full design. This takes a little bit of finagling. So I need to obviously adjust a little bit and scale down. So you can print first and then cut if you want to. Both my cutter, or both my laser and my UV printer here obviously have cameras, so it's possible to do that even though they are different systems. Okay, All right, so this is why I was saying that I'm probably gonna have some overspray. I wanna just make sure that the full cut area is colored in, you know, like printed on. Okay, now we'll do the duck, obviously also extremely large. So I'm going to rotate him as well. Those of you who've been following me for a while, I have been doing this silhouette school. I used to be a news producer, and I quit my job when my daughter was born. I never went back after maternity leave because I was working overnights, and started the blog. So here she is going to college, if you can believe that, which I hardly can. Okay, so we've got this. You can see there's going to be a bit of I'm actually going to make it just a tad. There we go. Okay, so this is how we're going to print this. And now what I need to do, as you can see, I have the two prints are like this. I don't need any, well, the choke's fine. It doesn't really matter. Okay, material, we've got plastic, and what are we doing here? So I don't need white. I don't need 5 layers of white. I need 1. I really don't even need 1, but that's how I'm going to do it. Like I said, so that I get the best color there. Okay. And now we are ready to print. So at this point, I'm just going to click print, and then I need to go over to the EufyMake and click the start button there so that it begins. Okay, so I just need to click this button up here and the printing will begin. Now this is going to, I didn't remember what the estimated time was, but this is going to print. I'm not going to stand here the entire time because the way that this prints, it makes it very difficult to actually see because it goes so high up. But we will see it as it starts printing. And then we will obviously check it when we come back when it's all done. Okay, I lied. I actually ended up deciding to just let the camera roll for the entire print, but I did walk away, so I didn't see it until it was done. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that took 24 minutes. I know I time lapsed it, but just so you know, look at this. Even with this, I got a slight outline there. This is unbelievable. The quality of this, the lines that you're seeing is the corrugated plastic itself, but this is amazing. I am so impressed by the quality of this. Look at that. These are adorable. I'm going to do one more. So I'm going to put this back. I'm going to have to do another snapshot because it moved slightly, but I am going to print on this one now. And that is it. Like I said, these came out so good. I am so excited about this. Now I'm just going to put some jumbo craft sticks on the back so that I can hold them, or the kids can hold them at the party, and those are perfect for photo props. Now, like I said, this whole process from the laser cutting, which I have in a separate video, to the UV printing can also be done for those big heads, which are also super popular for birthdays, for sporting events, for graduation, for all different types of things, senior night, whatever it may be. I'm gonna do a separate video on that as well so that you can see how you take someone's head and actually turn it into an actual big head that you can make at home. Now, if you are looking for anything that we talked about in this video, whether it's the EufyMake E1, if you're looking for a laser cutter, I have multiple laser cutters. I will put the one that I used in the description below. I will link to that video as well. If you're looking for one-on-one help, same-day support for your EufyMake, for your other UV printer, for your laser, for your sublimation printer, for anything that you see in my office, DTF, Silhouette, all of that stuff, I offer that through Silhouette U, and the link for that is also in the description below. All right, guys, I will send you now over to the next video where you can make your own big heads.